So, you're looking to add a premium travel credit card to your wallet without breaking the bank. Well, the Capital One Venture X card might be the perfect card for you. Hey everyone, I'm Miles Savvy, and today we'll be doing a deep dive of this card. Now I know the Venture X card has an annual fee of $395, which sounds expensive. But unlike other premium travel credit cards where you have to do credit card gymnastics just to break even, like the $550 per year Chase Sapphire Reserve and the $695 per year Amex Platinum, this is probably the easiest credit card to justify in terms of the annual fee. Not to mention, the Venture X is much cheaper than those two cards. Going now into the details, the Venture X card gives you a $300 annual travel credit for bookings in the Capital One Travel portal, which includes flights, hotels, and car rentals, and a 10,000-mile anniversary bonus every year, which at a bare minimum is worth $100 when redeemed at 1 cent per mile. Also, just as a quick side note, I might use the terms points and miles interchangeably in this video, but they mean the same thing. Anyways, if you just take even just 1 to 2 trips per year, that is $400 of value every single year, which more than covers the annual fee alone with pretty much no effort on your part. You also get a $100 credit towards TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, both of which are good for 5 years. Also, PreCheck is included with Global Entry, so I would definitely opt for Global Entry. With the Venture X card, if you travel in pretty much any capacity, you're going to come out ahead with these benefits alone. On top of these, you're also looking at a 75,000 point sign-up bonus after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. This is a really good bonus and worth at least $750 when redeemed at 1 cent per mile. However, if you can find good deals on award travel, you can often get 2 to 3 cents per mile and even more in certain cases. We'll go over some examples later on in this video. Alright, let's take a look at the Venture X's spending multipliers. You'll earn 10 points per dollar on rental cars and hotels booked through the Capital One Travel portal, and 5 miles per dollar through the portal on flights. Travel portals usually don't have the best reputations when it comes to fair pricing, but Capital One does feature price matching. So if you manage to find a cheaper price up to 24 hours after your booking, give Capital One a call and you'll get the difference back in the form of a travel credit. In addition to 10 points per dollar on hotels and rental cars and 5 points per dollar on flights, you also get 2 miles per dollar on everything else, which is a really nice catch-all, especially for people that don't like having to juggle multiple cards with different spending multipliers in their wallets. Now, if you don't mind having multiple cards and value maximizing your earnings, you could pair the Venture X card with something like the no annual fee Capital One Saver One card. It earns 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, popular streaming services, and at grocery stores. And since you have the Venture X, you can directly convert that cash back into Capital One miles, which is an amazing benefit brought by this powerful duo. But nonetheless, 2 miles per dollar back everywhere on the Venture X is pretty nice. Now let's talk about lounge access. The Venture X card is essentially the most affordable premium travel credit card to offer unlimited lounge access. You get access to over 1,300 Priority Pass and Plaza Premium lounges worldwide, as well as Capital One's own lounges at Washington Dulles, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Denver. 2 more Capital One lounges at JFK and Las Vegas are currently in the works as well. All of these allow you to bring in 2 guests for free, which is a notable differentiator again from its more expensive competitors. For example, Amex Platinum cardholders have to pay $50 to get a guest into their Centurion lounges, but there are far more of them than Capital One lounges. Capital One does have some work to do in terms of building more of their own lounges. Another huge benefit is the ability to add authorized users for free, which compared to competing cards that charge upwards of $195 per year for each authorized user, is a huge benefit, and authorized users also get lounge access. So in addition to getting 2 guests into these lounges for free, you could add up to 4 authorized users to your Venture X card also for free, who could also bring 2 guests. This means you could technically get 15 people into a lounge with just 1 Venture X account. Another nice benefit of the card is complimentary Hertz President's Circle status, which essentially gives you upgrades when available, better pricing, and shorter lines. This card also gives you primary rental car coverage, so you can decline the rental car company's collision damage waiver if you book the car with your Venture X. As a quick disclaimer though, make sure you do your own research. This is not insurance advice. You also get a few miscellaneous benefits like no foreign transaction fees, cell phone protection for theft and damage, exclusive restaurant reservations and perks for cardholders, and access to the premier and lifestyle hotel collections. Bookings with these can come with experience credits, upgrades, early and late checkout, and other perks depending on the property. You also get trip interruption and trip delay coverages, but again, do your own research. This is not insurance advice. So there's a good overview of the Venture X's core features. Now let's get into how you can redeem all the miles you've earned. First, you can redeem points directly through the CapitalOne Travel portal, which is actually a pretty good portal. If you're looking to pay for something with cash or use your $300 travel credit, then this is where you want to start. Again, any hotels and rental cars booked through their travel portal with your Venture X card are going to earn 10 points per dollar, and flights will earn 5 points per dollar. The travel credit is essentially a coupon on travel of your choice. So when you go to book something through the CapitalOne Travel portal, they'll just take $300 off of that purchase, which makes this a really easy benefit to take full advantage of. It also doesn't need to be used on one booking. So you could use $150 on your first booking and then $110 on the next, and you'd have $40 left available to use. But if you're looking to redeem your CapitalOne miles for travel, then you'll actually want to avoid the CapitalOne Travel portal and instead use what's called a transfer partner. If you redeem points directly through the CapitalOne portal, you're typically only going to get 1 cent per point. This means if you had, for example, just using nice round numbers here, 100,000 points, you're only going to get about $1,000 worth of value out of that. But using transfer partners, which are essentially a bunch of airline and hotel programs that CapitalOne has partnered with, you can transfer those points out to them and often get 2 to 3 cents per mile. So that 100,000 points could be worth anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000. And in extreme cases, you can get a lot more than that. Now, every card issuer has slightly different transfer partners, but some decent ones CapitalOne has include Aeroplan, Flying Blue, Virgin Atlantic, British Airways, Turkish, and Wyndham, among many more. Now, unfortunately, CapitalOne doesn't have any direct domestic U.S. airlines, but you can find Delta award seats through Virgin, United award seats through Aeroplan, and American award seats through British Airways. So if you want to redeem your points for domestic travel, it's a bit of a hoop to jump through, but not hard at all, and I'll give you an example. Let's say we want to fly from Philadelphia to Phoenix next March. Looking at Google Flights, we can see this 10:40 a.m. nonstop flight in economy would cost us $407 through American. However, we can find this same flight through British Airways, and it would only cost us 20,000 British Airways Avios, which transfer 1-to-1 from CapitalOne, and $5.60 in taxes and fees. So if we take that $407 flight, subtract the $5.60 in fees, and divide by 20,000, we get a redemption value of around 2 cents per mile. Not bad. However, international business and first-class travel are where you can take even better advantage of your points. So let's take a look at an example. This Air Canada business class flight from New York to Zurich via Montreal for next April is currently $3,382. But if we use points, as Air Canada is one of CapitalOne's transfer partners, we can see it will cost us 66,100 points and $78 Canadian in taxes and fees, which is about 56 US dollars. So if we take that $3,382 flight and subtract the $56 in fees and then divide by 66,100 points, our redemption value is an amazing 5 cents per mile. You can also enjoy one of the Priority Pass lounges in Montreal on your layover. You can really make your points work for you if you're willing to do some digging. Using sites like Points Yeah and Seats.aero can make the process of finding award seats much easier, so I'll link both down below the like and subscribe buttons in the description. So the last thing that I want to talk about is approval odds. The Venture X card can be tough for certain people to be accepted for, and it does require excellent credit to get approved, so you will want to have established credit before applying for it. Additionally, if you've opened a bunch of credit cards recently, then there's still a chance that CapitalOne may deny you for the Venture X card, even if you have great credit and a high income. Basically, what I'm saying is don't apply for the Venture X card right out of the gate without having any credit, but at the same time, don't wait until after you've opened a bunch of credit cards either. So based on all these points, I think the Venture X is an excellent premium travel credit card. With its easily justifiable annual fee and great perks, solid transfer partners, and lounge access for you and your guests, this is a worthwhile addition for casual and heavy travelers. Even though the $395 annual fee may appear daunting to some at first, again, as long as you take literally 1 to 2 trips per year and take full advantage of the credits, you'll come out ahead. So let me know what you think of the Capital One Venture X card in the comments section down below and whether or not you'd like to apply for it. Miles Savvy here. Drop a like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.